In the heart of dense, towering Everwood Forest, there lived a legendary cartoon lumberjack named Timber Ted. He was known for the fight for his incredible strength and his ability to fell the mightiest trees with a single swing of his oversized axe. But there was one thing Timber Ted loved more than chopping wood: telling tall tales. Timber Ted's stories were as tall as trees he cut down, and they were filled with fantastical adventures and improbable feats. He would gather the children of the nearby village around the campfire and regale them with tales of encounters with talking animals, hidden treasures in the wood, and battle against enormous tree-dwelling creatures. One evening, as the campfire crackled and the children listened with wide eyes, Timber Ted began a story that would become his most famous yet. He spoke of a colossal tree at the heart of Everwood Forest, a tree so massive that it reached the clouds. According to Timber Ted, this tree was no ordinary tree, it was a gateway to a magical world where dreams came to life. In his tale, Timber Ted claimed to have discovered this towering tree deep in the forest. On one of his lumberjack adventures, he described climbing it, reaching the clouds, and finding himself a fantastical land filled with talking animals, friendly forest spirits, and endless wonders. He spoke of colorful rainbows that arced over fields of candy, rivers of chocolate milk, and trees that bore cotton candy fruits. The children were spellbound by Timber Ted's story, and their imagination ran wild. They begged him to take them to the magical tree, and Timber Ted, with a mischievous twinkle in his eye, promised that he would. The next day, Timber Ted led the eager children into the Everwood Forest, each clutching a piece of candy as they ventured deeper and deeper. The forest was enchanting, with towering trees and sparkling streams. But as they journeyed further, the children began to doubt that the truth of Timber Ted's tale. They wondered if it was all just a fantastical fabrication. As the day turned to evening, Timber Ted brought them to a clearing and pointed to a towering tree, its branches seemingly disappearing into clouds. The children gasped in awe. Timber Ted encouraged them to climb the tree, just as he had in his story. The children, fueled by excitement, began to climb higher and higher they went until they reached the top. But instead of magical land, they found themselves surrounded by dense cloud. There was no candy, no talking animals, and no cotton candy trees. Disappointment filled their hearts, and they realized that Timber Ted's tale had been just that, a tall tale. As they descended the tree, they could not help but feel a sense of disillusionment. Timber Ted met them at the base of the tree, his face filled with remorse. He confessed that his story had been a fabrication, a way to add a touch of magic to their lives. He had wanted to show them that sometimes the greatest adventures were the ones they could imagine. The children forgave Timber Ted, understanding that his intentions had been to ignite their imaginations. They returned to village with the lesson in their heart that the real magic of the Everwood Forest lay not less in tall tales or fantastical stories, but in the beauty of nature and power of their own imaginations. And so, in the heart of the Everwood Forest, Timber Ted continued to chop trees and tell his tall tales, teaching the children of the village that the most wondrous adventures could be found in the world around them and the stories they created within their own hearts.